Okay, so this is going to be part two. Part two is going to be where we talk about what this looks like going forward. So, first thing I want to say is to anyone watching this video, whatever a thing is, whatever I'm going to use this virus situation, okay, as an example. Just using this as an example, what in your thinking or in your feeling would change if suddenly you were not afraid of getting sick? If you were not afraid of your loved one getting sick, if you were not afraid of anyone getting sick, how would that change the situation for you? How would you see things differently? That is really what is going on here, okay? It really does boil down to fear. And as I think of the Holocaust some more, it all points to fear. And so what we see playing out on the planet today and for the last couple years is more fear. It's just more of the same, okay? Because when people are afraid, they can justify a lot of things. They can justify doing things that are not kind and not loving because they are coming from such a fearful place, okay? And if it's not fear for yourself, sometimes fear for someone else will be created, because that is a very powerful tool, okay? The difference that we see playing out in the world is those of us who are not afraid because we believe that someone else is in charge of what goes on. Like for me, it is, my Christ itself, my soul. I am having the experience that my soul desires for me to have, and I'm being guided in that fashion. And I hearken to that. That is how I live my life. And so because I am not fearful of whatever goes on around me, save this. I'm afraid of sharks. I can't tell you why. I don't know if that is another lifetime experience thing, but I really don't like sharks. If I were in the water with a shark, I would be fearful. What I can assure you is this. If a shark is swimming toward me and I perceive an attack is imminent, and you are with me in the water, I still would not grab you and put you in the path of the shark so the shark would not get me. Okay? Even in my fear, I would not do that. So that scenario is similar to what we see playing out and what played out with the Holocaust, okay? The other thing that has been impressed upon me is there is this really, really deep ingrained codependency thing going on here as well with this situation. From the perspective of, if you do this thing, I am safe and everybody else is safe. Okay? That is a lot of codependency. No. Positive things that are coming from this is people are beginning to see, all of us are beginning to see things in a new way. We're beginning to make connections that we were not able to make before. There are good things coming from this. We are moving into an energy that will no longer tolerate abuses of any kind. Um, that energy is going to blanket this whole planet, and there will be peace here, and there will be harmony. And the only fighting that will need to be done will be in defense of our human race, our planet, against those who may try to come in and manipulate or abuse things that go on here. This planet will be a united front. That is the energy that is here. That is the shift that is being made. Enough of us are seeing through the fear that eventually this is all going to be gone. This fear will be gone. And here's what I'm going to say about this choice that is before us, and I have said it in many videos. You have a choice for love or a choice for fear, and that is always the only choice that you have. And I'm gonna show it to you another way. So, a friend of mine who is on the opposite side of this scenario than I am, who I'm gonna say is coming from the place of fear, who believes in the getting sick and all these things, and is fearful of that for herself or someone else. A doctor can stand before her and give her information, and a doctor can stand before me and give me information. The same doctor can deliver totally opposite information to each of us, and we choose which information we align with. That is exactly what's happening. Okay? You have just as many people, if you're willing to look for it, and that's the difference, right? You have just as many people that are saying, you know, this is really not something we need to be concerned about. We have treatments, we have whatever, as you have people that are saying otherwise, okay? Again, wherever we align is the information that we hearken to. I hearken to information that tells me that I have nothing to fear, because that's where I'm resonating. I don't want to be fearful, and so I will listen to the information that says there's nothing to fear here. Okay? Someone who wants to be fearful, wants to be in that fear loop, can justify that 100 different ways. And in their needing to justify it there, they have to make me out to be crazy, because if I'm not crazy, they have nothing to fear. You see, this is how this works. I have to be crazy in order for them to be fearful. Because if I'm not fearful and I'm not crazy, then that means they are, or they're not seeing it clearly, or whatever. So that's what's going on here with this whole thing. And the Cryon personages are saying from a few days ago that, you know, things have shifted, and you're just not able to see it, but it has already shifted. It is already done. It is time to get out from underneath the doom cloud, and it is time to start speaking the gospel. What does gospel mean? Gospel means the good news, right? Cryon didn't say the gospel. That was me. The good news is we are love. Love wins. The fear will be gone, because it was fake to begin with. Fear is a liar. There's a song like that. Fear is a liar. It's true. Fear is a liar. And you know, oh, it was a little tiny spider. I mean, just tiny. There's a lot of things that have to feed that, right? So fear must be fed constantly, truly, in the energy right now. Fear must be fed continuously in order for it to survive. And so people like me, those of you who are listening, if you are like me, and we carry the light even in the darkest of places, right? That fear machine is working overtime, and you know, I'm excited. It is going to blow up really soon, and I'm super stoked for it. I'm super stoked. I bought tickets already for that show, to watch this fear machine absolutely destroy itself. I am so ready, and kind of sending this video out as a thank you to all of you who are on the page with me, who are in this fight with me. This fight to carry the light, because that's what it is. It's a fight to carry the light of sanity and truth. The light that says we are not afraid. The light that says the new energy is here. The new energy is here. And in this new energy, all benevolent, magnificent things are possible. We only need to choose it right before us at all times. We only need to choose it. What does it look like to choose love, to choose light? What it looks like is this. Again, I'll cite my friend who is on the opposite side of this issue, who, I sent her a document. I had to screenshot the document when it was made news that supposedly the FDA had approved this one vaccine. And the document, as I read it, 3-page document, said that it was still, the Emergency Use Act was still in place, and it was still approved for emergency use, and that act was still in place over blanketing this. And I told her that she could find the document on the FDA's website, yada, yada, yada. She went to the website, and the site actually says right there, and it does, it says in print right on the first page of the website that the FDA approved this vaccine. The funny thing is when I read the document again, it still stated the same thing. It still stated that the Emergency Use Act was still implemented in this. So, I don't know what the game is. I don't know. But how do we hold the light is I started typing out a text message, I started screenshotting parts of this document, and then I was like, you know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because I understand that she is going to only see and only read and only process the information where she is vibrating. So if she's vibrating in that space of fear, that's what she's going to align with. That's what she's going to see. That's going to be it. And so I just let it go. And for me, that was the healthiest thing I could do, was just to let it go. And all I can do is continue to live life not in a fearful state, and continue to make choices based on what feels right for me, and not be bitter, and not be judgmental, and not be resentful, to practice constant forgiveness of the situation, and constant, not get bogged down by where other people are, because that's another face that fear could take, right? Is to be, I'm not afraid. I know that light wins. I know that love wins. Always, in the end, always. And just a reminder from the Cryon group that the more positive we are in the face of this thing, the more we continue the journey and the path that we have chosen toward the new energy, and reminding others that we've made it. We are actually in the clear, even though it doesn't feel like it yet. We actually are in the clear. We just need to get out from underneath the old doomsday cloud, and but it's already done. And just keep that and keep moving forward with that. And so that's all for part 2. Thank you for holding the light with me. Thank you for accompanying me on this journey. Thank you so much for being courageous enough to have this experience. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for all of you, my brothers and sisters. I am so grateful for all of you, even those of you who are on the other side of this thing. I'm grateful that we're doing this, and I'm so excited and so happy for what is to come, for the world I see a couple years from now. I am so excited for it, and I'm going to keep doing my part, whatever that is. And thank you all again. Thank you so much. And peace and love. May you be blessed.